Why following the crowd is killing your potential. The trail no one talks about. Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo Emerson. We live in a world where following the crowd is not just encouraged, it's expected. From the moment we're born, we're handed a script: go to school, get good grades. Find a stable job, get married, retire at 65, and hope for the best. It's a life painted in grayscale, neatly within the lines. But what if that script, the one most people follow without question, is killing your potential? What if everything you're capable of becoming is not found in the well-trodden path, but in the wild, unknown trail you've been too afraid to walk alone? The comfort of the crowd. There's a certain seduction in conformity. It's warm. It's safe. It tells you, if others are doing it, it must be right. It shields you from judgment, minimizes the risk of failure, and lulls you into a false sense of security. But that security comes at a steep cost. The crowd doesn't know your name. The crowd doesn't care about your unique dreams, talents, or soul whispers. It doesn't value your individuality, it values your silence. It wants you to blend in, not stand out. The greatest minds in history, the ones we quote, study, and celebrate, were not crowd pleasers. They were trailblazers. So ask yourself, are you living your life? Or merely rehearsing someone else's? Emerson's Trail, Leaving the Known Behind. Ralph Waldo Emerson, the great American transcendentalist, didn't just write pretty quotes for Instagram captions. He challenged the very core of what it means to live authentically. When he said, "Go where there is no path and leave a trail," he was not inviting you to be rebellious for the sake of rebellion. He was inviting you to live deeply, truly, unapologetically. He was calling out to the divine in you. The part of you that doesn't fit in. The part of you that aches for something more. The part of you that wasn't born to conform, but to create. Leaving the known behind isn't easy. The unknown is filled with uncertainty, risk, and vulnerability. But it's also where transformation happens. It's where your highest self is waiting. The price of conformity. Following the crowd may feel good for a while. But slowly, almost imperceptibly, it begins to corrode your spirit. You stop questioning. You stop dreaming. You stop listening to that voice deep inside. The longer you walk a path that isn't yours, the harder it becomes to remember who you were before the world told you who to be. One day, you wake up and realize you've built a life that looks good on the outside but feels hollow on the inside. That's the quiet tragedy of conformity. It doesn't kill you all at once. It starves you slowly. And by the time you notice, you've already lost years. Maybe even decades. Finding your own path. A mindset shift. So how do you break free from the gravitational pull of the crowd? How do you find and follow your own path in life? It starts with a shift in mindset. A radical inner awakening. A decision to trust the whispers of your soul more than the shouts of society. Here are 5 mindset shifts to help you escape the crowd and step into your destiny. 1. Choose courage over comfort. The crowd thrives on comfort. It avoids discomfort at all costs. But your greatness lies on the other side of fear. Growth is uncomfortable. Expansion is painful. Evolution requires you to leave behind what you know for what could be. Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you move forward even when you are. 2. Question everything. Just because something is common doesn't mean it's right. Just because everyone's doing it doesn't mean it's for you. Ask better questions. Is this true for me? Do I really want this? Am I doing this out of love or out of fear? Questions are keys. They unlock the doors of awareness. And awareness is the first step toward freedom. 3. Trust your inner voice. You were born with an internal compass, a soul-level GPS. But in a noisy world, it's easy to lose the signal. Silence is the language of the soul. Meditation, solitude. Journaling, walks in nature, these are the sacred spaces where your real voice can rise again. Your intuition is not irrational. It's deeply intelligent. And when you begin to listen, life begins to align. 4. Honor your uniqueness. The crowd values sameness. But your power lies in your difference. You weren't meant to copy. You were meant to create. What makes you weird may just be what makes you wonderful. Own your quirks. Celebrate your individuality. Speak in your authentic voice, even if it shakes. You were not born to echo, you were born to resound. 5. Live with purpose, not permission. Stop waiting for validation. The crowd will never give you permission to outgrow it. Purpose is not something you find. It's something you remember. It's already inside you, buried under years of conditioning. What breaks your heart? What sets your soul on fire? What would you do even if no one paid you or applauded you? The answers to those questions will point you toward your trail. The system wasn't built for you, build your own. Let's be honest. The system was not designed for personal freedom. It was designed for productivity, predictability, and control. It rewards obedience and punishes originality. But you don't have to play by its rules. You don't have to build a life around fear, scarcity, or conformity. You can build a life that reflects your deepest values, your wildest dreams, and your most authentic truth. You are allowed to leave the system, to reject the hamster wheel, to design a life that feels like freedom. But first, you must believe that it's possible. Success beyond the crowd. Real success is not about how many followers you have or how perfectly your life fits into society's definition of making it. Real success is waking up with peace in your heart. It's being proud of the person you're becoming. It's living in alignment with your soul, even if no one claps for you. When you follow your path truly, stubbornly, with reverence, the universe responds. Doors open. People appear. Magic unfolds. Because you're no longer walking through life asleep, you're living it awake. Leave a trail. The world doesn't need more people who follow the rules. It needs more people who follow their calling. The trail no one talks about is the one you were born to blaze. And yes, it's scary. Yes, it's lonely at times. But it's also exhilarating. Expansive. Sacred. When you choose to leave the crowd behind, you give others permission to do the same. You become a light in the dark. A voice in the silence. A trail in the wilderness. So go. Not where the path may lead, but where your soul leads. And leave a trail. Final thoughts. In the end, you have two choices. You can follow the crowd and become a stranger to yourself. Or you can follow your truth and become the person you were always meant to be. The crowd will never understand your path. That's okay. It wasn't given to them, it was given to you. So take the first step. And then another. And another. You'll be amazed at where your soul can take you once you stop asking the crowd for directions. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson.